Hey family, welcome to Family Meeting. My name's Raymond, and this is Cthulhu Death May Die, Fear of the Unknown. This is scenario 1, scenario 1, season 3, episode 1. So let's have a look at the table. This really is enormous, so I really am hoping that I've modified my camera to the views of what's going on around the table, so hopefully you'll get a good close-up vision of what's going on, but I'm hoping there's enough detail still coming through on the 4K that you're still able to read stuff, and I apologise if that is not so. Otherwise, without further ado, let's come down to the table and have a look at what we have. So we are using the core box older one, which is Sathagua. So he's starting on his track. He obviously has his stage 1 card face up, and he brings with him Amorphous Scion. And apologies, appreciate we got glare again, apologies. And his cultist, so cultist very much very standard, so 2 green dice, got 2 health. There's 10 cultists in the entire pool. We have the Amorphous Scion, who has 3 health. There's only 2 of these in the pool. They roll 2 green and a black, and when attacked by an investigator with a fatigue token, you reduce the wounds token. So fatigue tokens are what are taken given out by Sathagua. We have our ghasts and the unnameable as part of episode 1's story. So let's just have a quick look over here at the dice pool. We can have a look at that. So this is the layout that we've got then as the top of the morning, being episode 1. And we've got some of the story there as well. I'll read that to you now. So Kilkenny was the site of one of the first witch trials in Western history, and one of the few to find actual witches. Now though, cultists are using ancient energies to power their rituals. As a side effect, the spirits of the old witches are in prison. Petronilla Demeath, unjustly accused, and the witch Alice Kytella, who got her condemned, are battling through their ancient feud anew. Only proving Petronilla's innocence will finally lay her spirit to rest, taking Alice along with her. So in order to disrupt the ritual, what we have to do is we have to convince the 4 jurors that Petronilla is innocent, and they all have to be in the town square. So we've got jurors around here. These need to be in the town square, and they need to be the flip side up. So at the moment they're all on the guilty side. We need to flip them to the innocent side, all 4 of them, and then we win the game. So let's have a look. When the older one advances, move each juror with their guilty side face up 1 space away from town square if possible. Special rules: after the ritual is disrupted, remove all juror tokens from the board, ignore any effects that would affect the juror tokens from now on. Okay, special actions then for this particular scenario is we need to convince, we need to gather the jurors. So this is moving them to the town square. So move a juror up to 2 space in your space, up to 2 spaces away. So you've got to be with them and you shooing them along. Or we could convince a juror. So choose a juror in your space and make a roll, so that's 3 black dice. Add a success for each evidence that you have, so these are items and companions that we'll be picking up throughout the course of the game. And on a 4 or more successes, the juror is convinced. Turn over its to the innocent side. So that's what we need to do. We need to convince them of innocence of Petronilla and get them all into town square, professing that innocence, and we win the game. Simple. See? Simple. And of course we have now included the new mechanism that comes with this expansion, which is the unknowable monsters. So we've got the Gaia Yuthen and the Fisher from outside. So we'll just go back and finalise the details on the other baddies that we'll be facing off against the enemies, the monsters. So we've got 2 green dice for ghasts. They have 3 life. There's 5 of those in the pool, and if they attack but are not if attacked, sorry, but are not destroyed, the attacker takes 1 wound. So you definitely want to be taking those out when you're attacking them. We have the unnameable, so that's 3 black dice and a green die. We'll bring it down over here to the dice pool. There we go, so you get to see them a bit better, particularly with that glare, apologies. There we go. So cannot be wounded while there's another monster or cultist in this space. So the unnameable, basically you can't do anything to him if he's in the room with anything else. So pretty nasty, and he's got 6 health. For our unknown monsters then, to make things a bit trickier, we have the Gaia-Yutton. So this is 1 black and 3 green, and when it attacks, it heals 1 for each Elder Sign rolled. He has 4 health, and there's 2 of these in the pool, and these will start at random based on the tokens that we have. So we have some tokens here. We'll shuffle these and flip them and determine where these start. And when the Elder One advances, the furthest Gaia moves 3 spaces towards you, and any cultists in spaces it leaves follow it, and then summon a Gaia to the farthest gate. So that's that unknown monster. And then for our second unknown monster, we have the Fishers from Outside. So these are all new enemies, monsters, baddies from the core box for Season 3. So they come with a black die and 2 green die. After attacking or being attacked, for each Elder Sign, the active Investigator takes a stress. It's 2 of these at the pool, and when the Elder One advances, the nearest Fisher from Outside moves to your space. Summon a new Fisher from Outside to the farthest gate. So yeah, they basically fly straight at you. That's how they work. So we've got all our baddies set up and ready to go. We know what the mission is, the special rules and special actions for this episode. Let's have a look at our investigators. So we have Agatha. I learned to shoot when people wouldn't stop calling me Aggie. So you don't want to call it Aggie. So we have our usual tracks, of course, across the boards. She comes with our standard skills of marksman and stealth. So marksman may attack at an adjacent space, and stealth may run. When you run, you may sneak once and an enemy doesn't follow you. And her killer instinct, so once per turn when attacking, you may take 1 stress to deal an additional wound. So, and then that goes up in power. Her insanity, if we have a look at that over here. So each time you kill an enemy, you put a wound token on this card. She suffers from bloodlust. So if there are less than 2 tokens on this card, you take 2 stress when your insanity activates. Otherwise, remove all tokens from this card and heal 1 stress per token removed. So that's how bloodlust works. And she's coming to the foray with the glowing ring relic. So this starts off, when making any roll, you may count any number of tentacles as 1 success. They also still count as tentacles. So that's how that works. And we'll have a look at our other investigators from the core box, Sandra, who is a relic seeker. I'd say this belongs in a museum, but we don't need the patrons going insane. Okay, so we've got a lot of tokens on a board. So Brawling and Arcane Mastery are, of course, the familiar skills for us. So Brawling, she gets a green when attacking, gets a green die, bonus die, when attacking a target in the space. And Arcane Mastery, when making a roll, you may count a single Elder Sign as a success in addition to your other successes, and of course they increase as time goes on. And then a Relic Seeker, at the start of first turn of the game, take 2 random relics and choose 1 to keep. You may have more than 1 relic. So we've actually already done that. So we'll have a look at her insanity and then her relics. So her insanity then is compulsive accumulator, which I thought was quite apt for her particular ability. So when you reach a insanity point, put a wound token on this card before resolving it. And then compulsive accumulator, if you have less items and companions than the number of tokens on this card, you take a stress equal to the difference. Otherwise, heal all your stress. So she is out collecting stuffs. Her relic then is a ritual mask. So if there's only one enemy in your space, you're considered to be in a safe space for all purposes. The enemy does not attack you. And mysterious key is her secondary relic. So you gain a green if you are in a space with a gate, and when you run you may move between spaces with gates as if they were adjacent. However, enemies do still follow. Okay, so that is the heroes that we have. Otherwise, all that's left is then, of course, the layout of the board. Moving over to the pub, going out into a nice little garden space, and then more garden space, and you can see it just about expands off the table over there. Okay, so that is a big spread. I have just about managed to fit everything on. So let's just have a quick go back look at Cthulhu. So the way Cthulhu is going to be impacting the game, he has these, which are all higgledy-piggledy now, because I've popped them out already and used them. So Cthulhu's stage 1. Let's have a look. When an investigator gains a fatigue token, which are the blue tokens you see in the back there, they place it on the leftmost space of their stress or wound track, blocking that space. If the tentacle marker is already on that leftmost space, you must take a wound or stress. You basically got to move the marker out of the way in order to take the token. You cannot remove the tentacle marker from the last stress space. You cannot remove your tentacle marker from the last stress space. Okay, so you can't lose all of your stress. Well, I guess that is all of your stress. Anyway, okay. Once per rest action, an investigator may heal one less to discard one fatigue token from there before healing. Okay. And when Cthulhu advances, choose an investigator to gain one fatigue token and move each amorphous scion one space towards you, and then summon an amorphous scion at the nearest gate. So that is what Cthulhu is bringing. So he is very much all about fatigue tokens, and obviously, as we've seen, the amorphous scion becomes more and more oblivious to your attacks the more fatigued you are. Okay, so got the lay of the land. We know the enemies we're fighting against. We know the ritual. We know our investigators. Let's get rolling. So before we do that, let's just give these cards a shuffle. So we've got our Mythos cards made up of the episode and the Elder one. And of course we have our discovery cards over here. And these are the things that we'll be searching for, referenced already as items or companions that will hopefully aid us and support us in proving the innocence of the Petronilla Demeath, the wrongly accused and executed witch. Okay, so we're going to start with Sandra. So let's have a look. So we've already done the pull for the relics, so we've got that down. We are starting here, of course, in the starting space. And we have a ghast ahead of us. Oh, in fact, apologies, I forget this, see. Okay, so we're going to spawn. Okay, so before we do anything, we're going to spawn a Gaia Yutton in our starting space here with us. Hello, boys, ladies. And we're going to spawn, and I will do it in a different place, the bishop from outside the blue gate, which is down here. Okay, so we do start with one of each of those on the board. So we have something to take care of in our own space. That's fine. Let us take care of that. So Sandra, our relic seeker, has brawling. So we're going to do 3 black die and +1 green for her brawling, and we're going to attack. Although, because she could, of course, just stand there and ignore the darn thing, but we want to move. We want to get on with the game. So we are going to attack. Let's have a look at our dice for them. Okay. Okay, so she has Arcane Mastery, so that's a success. Oh wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. And it has only 4 health, so it is gone, and we suffer 1 insanity. So we'll come back to our investigator, and we'll put up her insanity track, and we'll come back to the table and remove the Gaia Jotun. Okay, so that's 1 success there. So we've done an attack, so let's do a move and an attack, and we'll see if we can clear this space here. So we've got a ghast to attack. That was an amazing roll. Let's see if we can repeat that success, shall we? Okay. Ooh, oof. Okay, 2 hit points. We definitely want to be taking a stress to re-roll those 2. So of course, Arcane Mastery at level 1, you only get 1 additional success from Elder Signs. There's the other success, and 2 insanity. Yeah, we'll take that, that's fine. So we'll go up another 2 on the insanity track, and that gives us 3 successes, which is enough to kill the ghast, and we've taken 1 stress. That was it. So we did an attack, a move, and an attack. That is our 3 actions for the game. So we're now going to draw a Mythos card. So let's see if we can see where they are. Here we go. Okay, so Mythos card. Straight off, it is unknown behavior. So the way this particular card works is then the nearest this particular icon monster. Just bring it over here to the dice tray. Okay, so the nearest unknown monster with this particular icon moves 2 spaces towards you, and then we'll draw another Mythos card. So that's how they work. So we're going to pop that back in the queue. In fact, we can take it out of the queue. Where do I want it to take it out of the queue? I'll pop it up there. Okay, so now we come over to our baddies, and we'll have a look. So that is the Gaia Jotun. So that is what we've activated. And of course there are none on the board now because we've taken care of them. So with none on the board, there isn't anything on the card that says we're going to draw or summon a monster, so we get away scot-free with that, so that's good. So we're going to draw the next. Oh, this is not so good, however. Gain 1 fatigue token. Then if any investigator has 4 or more fatigue token, advance Thogwa on the track as if there were 3 summonings. So thankfully we do not have that scenario to play out, but does mean we've already lost 1 of our slots. So we come down here to Sandra, which obviously it's her turn. Oh, there we go. So Sandra, so she now has a fatigue token here. So that fills that slot. So unless she heals to get rid of that, she can't get that extra bit of stress back. Okay, so, but on a positive, she's ended up safe in her area. So there's no more baddies there or anything like that. So she does get to now investigate. So let's have a look at her investigation card. She's found a herd dog. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. If you don't have a hexed condition, which of course currently Sandra doesn't, you may claim the herd dog. Doesn't have to take stress from that, so that's quite nice. So she found a companion, a Doug the herd dog. I'm sure Doug was the name of the dog in Up. I'm sure. So that's now in my mind, that is the kind of dog we've just acquired. When you gather jurors, you may move the juror an extra space. Nice. So does a grand job of extra herding for us, for those jurors that we're trying to convince and gather. So that's good. Okay, nice start to the game. Okay, resolve the end of the turn. So the elder one's not moved. There's nothing else to do. We are moving across to Agatha. Okay, so Agatha then is back in the starting space. Of course, she has marksman, so preferably she wants to be shooting and rooting and tooting and taking things out either side of her. So if she moves forward 1 here, it means we've got the unnameable over here. Now that has 6 life. Can be wounded if there's anything else in there, but currently there isn't anything else in there. So she can move and just stop and attack those. She could move an extra one into this spot with the Jura. I mean, that would work. And she has got stealth, in fact, so she could skip straight across. So 1, 2, 3. And then shimmy this Jura along to the town square as an action. That's probably... that's going to be better, I reckon. So 1, 2, 3. She's going to move over to here. To this Jura who stood here at the train station. Yeah, train station. Yes, there's the train. There's the train station. That's the correct word I was looking for. Apologies. Ridiculously early here. It's not even 6 o'clock in the morning yet. Okay, so she's moved over to the train station. She's stealthed past the unnamed. Looking at that. And we're now in a space with a Jura. So let's go ahead and activate our first action. This is very unlikely. Is it worth trying to convince them? Don't think it is. What have we got? Killer instinct. She could wound them. That's not much use. So yeah, she's got no way to gain additional. If she had arcane mastery like Sandra, then there's the potential opportunity to gain additional successes. As she can only gain a maximum of 3 successes, there really isn't much point in her trying to, convince these guys. So, but she can shove them along. So I think that's fine, but let's go ahead and do that. We're going to ship it along, and we might just take a pot shot then at the unnameable and hope nothing appears in the yellow gate where we currently are over here. Okay, so she's going to, as a episode action, that's the word, episode action, she's going to jimmy this Jura along. So she can do 1, and it doesn't need to go any further than that. So she can do up to 2 spaces, but 1 is all that is required. We need to gather them in the town square. So she's done that, and then her final action, she's going to give a shooting at this unnameable. So let's have a look at the dice pool. Ooh, that's not much cop at all. Let's take 2 stress, and we'll re-roll these. Okay, so she got a point on it. She's got a point on it. Ping! Okay, so that'll be 1 health down. So he's taken a point. And she takes 2 insanity. Okay. We're making a roll. Any roll, you may count any number of tentacles as successes as well. I forgot that. She has got the glowing ring. Nice. So she actually did 3 points on it. Oh, that slightly changes things. Do I want to do another re-roll? No, I think I'm happy with that. 3 points. That's half of its life gone. I'm happy with that. Okay. So 3 points down. He felt that shot straight to maybe his head. One of his tentacles? Who knows? Okay, so that's it for her 3 actions. We are down to drawing a Mythos card. Let's have a look what we get. Okay, Pythagoras Presents. If Pythagoras is on the board, you take 2 stress. Not applicable, he's not on the board. If Pythagoras is on the track, each investigator gains a fatigue token. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so, of course, Sandra has already gained a fatigue token. However, she's going to have to now gain another. And Agatha will gain her first fatigue token. I am going to put her second fatigue token, however, on her wounds track. So I've shuffled her wound up. She hadn't taken any wounds. And we're going to put a fatigue token in there. And then flip it across to Sandra. We'll do the same. We'll shuffle up her health track. And we'll pop a fatigue token in there. Okay. So, that is her done. We are back to... So that was the Elder Ones. Yep. So, thankfully, we've not got any summonings yet. Wow, we are doing incredibly well. So we'll shuffle those out of the way. And What are we doing? Okay, so that was it for Draw the Mythos. We are in a position safe space so we can investigate. Let us draw a discovery card. Human teeth. Grisly talismans that absorb and devour harmful energies. Difficult to make, painful to harvest. You may take 1 stress to claim the human teeth. If you do not, you have to claim the hexed condition. Thankfully, we have a stress available to take. Human teeth. You are not affected by the hexed condition. Nice. We will definitely take that. I have a feeling the hexed condition is not going to be very nice to experience. So we have the hexed condition. Sorry, no, we have some human teeth. In addition to our own, one would presume. It did cost us an extra stress, so we're going to move up on the stress track. And that is the investigate and resolve in the turn. No end of turn to resolve. We are done. So we are back across to Sandra, our relic seeker. Now then. We have a think. What do we want to do? We've got a pub. Let's have a look at the board. So Sandra's here. So we could come up here and jibby this juror along. We could even try and convince them and jibby the juror along. That would leave us in a safe space, so that's an option. But we're aware we've got a juror over here in the pub sat on the table, and we've got a juror right up there over in the forest next to the cemetery. We've got some bad guys we're going to have to work our way through to get over there. Do I want to position? I mean, we're going to have to take those at some point, and I'm aware whilst these jurors are on a guilty side, if Sathogra advances, move each juror with their guilty side face up 1 space away from the town square, so that is going to be disrupting us. And maybe Agatha, I'd forgotten about her glowing ring relic, and maybe Agatha would have been wise to have tried to convince that juror using the tentacles. Anyway, it is what it is, folks. Okay, so the question is then, do I try and get into town square with a view of convincing that juror? Now, she has got the ritual mask, so if there's only one baddie in there when it comes to time for her to investigate or fight, she, as far as they're concerned, she is one of them. So her ritual mask hides her. And actually I could use then the gateway to run right over the other side of the board, because her other is the mysterious key relic. So I think that's a plan. That sounds like a plan. Let's do that. Okay, so she is going to run into the town square. So we're in the town square with the unnameable, and we've got a juror to convince. Let's try and convince the juror. So we are rolling 3 black dice. Don't have any green dice. Is it worth me trying to... I think it's worth me trying to attack the unnameable first, on the basis that because she's got arcane mastery, she can activate that and count all elder signs as successes. She's more likely to be able to convince that, because that's not only for attacking, it's any roll. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and try and attack the unnameable. So he's got 3, and I get an extra green because I'm brawling. Let's go over to the dice pools. Oh, nice. Wow, okay, so we've got 3 successes. So that will activate that. So that's why that kills him. So he is off the board. Very good. I do take 2 sanity. Now, currently Sandra is actually 1 point away from her insanity kicking in. So that will now kick in. So we'll activate her sanity. So we're now going to put a wound token on her card. And then if you have less items and companions than the number of tokens on this card, take stress equal to the difference. Otherwise heal all your stress. Well, she's already healed all of her stress anyway, so that's fine. as much as she can at the moment. So she's moved and she's attacked, so that's good. So she's hit her first insanity point, which means she gains a skill, so she gets her arcane mastery. That was the point of the whole thing. Okay, so now she can roll to try and convince this juror of Petula's innocence. So let's go back to the dice pool. Oh, 3 of. Darn it. Okay, let's take a stress. Want to make this happen, folks. Want to make this happen. It's a success again. We'll take one more stress. Do I want to take one more stress? Oh. No. No. No, no, no. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Okay, I've retained 2 stress on the basis that I may get an investigator card. That means a discovery card. That means I may have to take stress to take whatever it is. So I'm keeping back 2 stress for that. We've not been successful in that. So we are now drawing the Mythos card, and it is our first summoning. It is Evil Inertia. Each cultist and amorphous scion moves 1 space towards you. Okay, so let's go back to the full map. So we have 1 moving here to this juror, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. That's it, and there are no amorphous scions on the board. We're then going to summon an amorphous scion to the red portal, which is way over there. We have an amorphous scion joining the fray, and we summon a cultist in the blue portal. Blue portal's down here next to the pub, of course. Okay. Excellent, so we are safe in our space, and we have our first summoning, and we're going to investigate. Yes, that's what we're on now. We're going to investigate. So let's have a look at the card. A pot of gold found without its rainbow could come in handy as a bargaining chip. You may claim the pot of gold. Item, pot of gold. When investigating, you may claim an evidence without taking stress or wounds, item or companion. When you convince a juror instead of rolling, you may discard this card to automatically succeed. Very handy. Everyone likes to have a pot of gold. Okay, and it didn't cost us any stress. Very nice. Okay, so we are back over to, there's no end of turn wrap up. So we're back over to Agatha. So Agatha, if we call, is over here with the yellow portal. She was taking pot shots at the unnameable. He's now gone. So we can move 1 and then start taking pot shots at this cultist, and we can have a go at then trying to convince this juror to join us. So that's fine. We're going to move into the town square, and let's take a shot at the cultist, and we might be able to increase one of our skills. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so she's rolling 3 black dice. Cultist with 2 health, 2 successes straight up, no insanity. Badoosh. So that cultist is no more, so they're gone. Oh, we need to put a wound token on her insanity for her bloodlust. Okay, that's fine. So she's now going to... What's she going to do? I think she might trade, actually. That pot of gold's pretty cool. Not having to take stress to gain stuff. And the reason why I say that is because Sandra's ability as a relic seeker is her second pip on her specific relic seeker skill is when investigating, you may claim items without taking stress or wounds. What's interesting is I don't know, is that items and companions? I mean, it does say items. Maybe it is just items, perhaps, rather than companions. Okay. As for this is, may claim an evidence item or companion. So some are evidence, like the item, the human teeth, is evidence. Okay. Maybe she could stick with that then. Okay. That's fine. So she's moved, she's attacked. Let's try and convince this juror. So she's rolling 3 black dice, and tentacles count as successes. Oh, there it is, folks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have convinced this juror. Unfortunately, her bloodlust insanity does kick in at the time. So she will come down to her board and kick up this next level. And that's fine. We'll increase our marksman and her bloodlust. So we take the token off of here, and we're going to, if it's less tokens on this card, then take 2 stress. Otherwise, remove all tokens. So she doesn't get to remove the tokens at the moment. That's fine. But she's going to take 2 stress. So she only has 1 stress available, but so she's now fully stressed. Nice. Thanks for that. Okay. So she is stressed to the max. We are now down to the Mythos cards. So let's have a look and draw. Oh, so we have the unknown behavior. Move the other unknown monster 2 spaces towards you. So that would be the fisher from outside. So 1 and 2. We've got a definite gathering over here outside in the street connected to the parkways. And we're going to draw again. Oh, it's another non-summoning. Wow, we're doing so well, folks. Whispering lies. Each juror in the same space as a cultist is turned to their guilty side. Thankfully, we don't have any cultists here with the one we've just converted. Phew! Okay, so now she is in a safe space. We get to take a discovery. See what we find. The bartender. I keep my shillelagh under the counter. Good for walking and keeping unruly patrons civil. You may claim the bartender. Don't need to take stress. Good. Sean the bartender. At the end of your turn, if you are in the pub, you can take the shillelagh side of this card. The shillelagh item. When you run, you may move 1 additional space, and when attacking target in your space, you gain 2 green. Nice. Okay, so that is for Agatha. So she has just acquired Sean the bartender. Very good, very good. Okay. So that is it, and there's no further end of turn resolves required. We are back to Sandra. We are doing incredibly well here, folks. Okay, we've got a bit of breathing space at the start of the game. Don't waste it. Okay. Got an amorphous scion. Is it worth me resting? Is it worth me just charging in there for the amorphous scion? Possibly. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, yeah, 3 would get it as far as there. I could come out this way. Let's do that then. Okay. Right, so apologies, showing the board. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, so this is where Sandra currently is, and I'm thinking of come to here to the yellow portal, and I can use the yellow portal with my mysterious key. When you run, you may move between spaces with gates as if they were adjacent. Enemies follow. So there's no enemies here, so I can come out here to attack this cultist. My thinking is to get to this juror here and shimmy them along. I'll tell you if I can go right the way up there to the red gate where there is an amorphous scion. Now at the moment I've got 2 fatigue tokens, which means the amorphous scion will be ignoring 2 wounds. Probably want to avoid that at the moment until I've rested up. So we're going to go to the yellow gate, 1, 2, to the blue gate, and now we're down here with the cultist in the stores of the pub. So we're going to attack the cultist. So we're just rolling it. We're brawling, so we've got an extra green, and we've got our 3 black, and we've got our arcane mastery level 2 now. So have a look. Oh, there's lots of tentacles. Okay, 1, 2, 3 successes and 2 on the insanity track. That's fine. We'll take that. We'll take that. 3 successes. That is enough, of course, to kill that cultist and only has 2 wounds, so we'll take that. And it's 2 on the insanity track, so we'll pop those up on there. That's fine. So we did a move, but I did this 4, right? So I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. Move into here. Apologies, and attack. So that cultist will follow me, attack the cultist, and then I'm in the room with, of course, the juror, so I can convince the juror. So apologies for that, folks. Okay, so we're going to try and convince the juror. Rolling 3. I haven't got any additional dice yet, so that's fine. Let's go with that. Okay, so we've got to roll 3. We've got 2 successes. Do I want to take a stress? Go on, go on, go on. Final last stress. No, didn't convince them. Okay, that was it, folks. I'm stressed out to the max. I mean, I could have discarded a pot of gold. I'm going to keep the pot of gold for the time being. Okay, so we are now drawing Mythos. Let's have a look at the Mythos draw. It's a summoning, and it is Persecution. Each cultist moves 1 space towards the town square. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that happen. Nice. That's it. It's just an entire gathering on the bridgeway towards the town square. Okay, nice. Then summon 1 ghast at the nearest space with a juror. The nearest space to me with a juror. At the nearest... What? Then summon 1 ghast at the nearest space with a juror. The nearest space from what exactly? I'm so confused. To the town square, perhaps? I haven't got a clue what it's telling me to do. Does it make sense to you? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Flipping heck, I'm so confused. Summon 1 ghast at the nearest space with a juror. Maybe it's the town square. Maybe that's what it means. I don't know. If there are no jurors on the board, summon in your space instead. Okay, whatever. I've put a ghast out. I think maybe that's what it means. I don't know. Okay. So, Mythos is done. We are still in a safe space, therefore we get to investigate. So, our discovery card, the ghost of the 3rd husband. Richard the barrister, a man of letters who learns his last lesson too late. You may take 2 stress to claim the husband. If you do not claim the hex condition. I have run out of stress. Is he a companion? He is a companion, but he's not a item. Oh no. Item or companion. Evidence. Hey, nice. So I don't have to take the stress. I can just claim him. Glad I kept that pot of gold. Okay, so when you convince a juror, if you have another evidence, you have 2 free rerolls. Nice. Okay, so I've added that to her board here. So when you convince a juror, if you have another piece of evidence, item or companion, then you get 2 free rerolls. Very good. And you see I'm just running out of space here, folks. Apologies. Oh, so annoying. Flip it heck. Okay. Right. So we are done with Sanja. We are back over to Agatha, and we have 2 summonings in the pool, which means chances are the Elder One is going to move this turn. So, yeah, not good. Thankfully, at least, the juror that we have in our town square has been convinced of, I can't remember her name, Petronelli? Can't remember her name. Yeah, Petronilla. So we convince her of her innocence, so at least that won't be moving anywhere. Okay. So, Agatha. What are we doing, Agatha? Thankfully, she's just gained 2 green to shoot at stuff, and there's a whole bunch of stuff for her to shoot at. Tasty! So, let's go ahead and waste some cultists. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going to take 2 of these cultists out. Do I want to take a stress? Do I want to rest? Okay, I'm going to leave the cultists just because they're weedlings. I'm going to use stealth to move one out of the town square. Going to shoot at the ghast, and then I'm going to heal. So that's the deal, folks. So we're rolling 3 black and 2 green now. Come on. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because of her glowing ring. So the ghast is absolutely most definitely deaded. We do get to put another health token on our insanity, and we go up 2 on the insanity track. So that was a lot of actions. Okay, so we've got up 2 on the insanity track. We've removed the ghast, and she's going to heal. So let's do that. 1, 2. We'll do 2, and we're going to get rid of one of these tokens, because that's how that works. Okay, so we've done our bit. We are going to draw a Mythos card. That's where we're up to now. Go ahead. Oh, start summoning again! Wow, I need a drink. If there is any draw a token in the town square, what? Place one of them in the pub. If there is any Jura token in the town square, place one of them in the pub. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay. Thankfully, I'm already over there. Jeez. Louise. Who's just bored, stood around in the town square waiting for the other jurors to do. Do you know what? Oh, fancy drink. I'm just going to go to the pub. Right, bye. Flipping heck. Ah, love it. Love it. Okay, so. Oh dear. So that was it for the Mythos. And we are in a safe zone, so we get to draw a discovery card. Fantastic. Okay, how we got? Town Sheriff. He's in way over his head, but of course, so are you. You may take 2 stress to claim either the Town Sheriff or the pistol. I have got 2 stress. Pistol, when attacking you have 2 free rerolls, that's nice. Or Peter, the Town Sheriff, while you have him, gain 1 level in marksman. Ooh! You may attack 1 additional space away. Ooh! 2 free rerolls or an additional level in marksman. Either of those are worth 2 stress for sure. Ooh. I think we're going to take Peter the Sheriff and gain an additional level in marksman. That's what I reckons. That's pretty cool. So, we're taking Peter the Sheriff, and we've gone up an additional level in marksman. So we may now attack an additional space away. So we can attack 2 spaces away. So where she is now, she can actually attack those 3 cultists. That is tasty. Okay. So we've done that, and that cost her 2 stress. I'll just put that up. Okay, so she's used up all her stress again, and we are back to Sandra. So Sandra has a dog, which enables her to move her jurors an extra space. So rather than 2 becomes 3. 1, 2, 3. We can just scoot that. What are you doing in a pub? Pee off. I've convinced you. Get out of it. So yeah, I think that's what we may well do. I haven't got any other items, unfortunately, so I don't yet get the 2 free rerolls from the barrister. But yeah, so let's move that juror back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that juror who was in the pub with me has now scooted back to the town square. That's one of. Okay, meanwhile, back in the pub, we are going to try and convince this other juror. Am I? I think, maybe. Do I want to run in and attack this flipping fisher from the outside? After second of being attacked for each... Oh, I think I probably want to heal. Let's heal up. Seeing as the game has given us grace, I think it's worth the healing. So I'm going to heal for 1. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to heal for 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's it. That's my 3 actions. It's a pretty boring turn, folks. Apologies, but need to prepare because this is coming. This is coming. Okay. So, Mythos. This is coming. Oh! Well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. So, move the Gaia Jotun close to us. There aren't any on the board. We got away with that. And it's the summon. There we go. Amorphous Scion. The nearest Amorphous Scion moves 2 spaces towards the Investigator with the most fatigue tokens, which is now Agatha. So let's have a look. The Amorphous Scion is around 1, 2. It's not moving anywhere fast. Okay, so and then summon Amorphous Scion on the yellow space. There we go, Agatha. So one picked up your scent and the other one came straight in at ya. Okay. So that is it, and we will be doing the summoning at the end of turn, which usefully now they have included as part of the reference board material on the unknown monsters, which I really dig and appreciate. I like that. Okay. Otherwise it's usually available on the back of the rulebook. Okay. Mythos done, and we are now drawing. Yes, we're over here. Keep track of which investigator's turn it is. We are over here and we are drawing a discovery card. So let's have a look at that discovery card. We have a book of spells. So, arcane secret sweetly whispered in your ear. You may take 1 stress to claim book of spells, otherwise claim the hex condition. I will take the stress to take the book of spells. It is an item evidence, and it is, it means I don't have to take any stress, so that's nice. You have 1 free reroll per turn. If you have Arcane Mastery, you have 1 free reroll per roll instead. That is very tasty. Me likey lots. So I get a free reroll every roll. Nice. And I'll just destroy the map. Okay. That was very worth it. Okay, so we are done with Sandra. We are now at the end of turn. We got through quite a number of cards going through that Mythos deck. Very impressed. So, end of turn effects, except the older one effects. Check the Mythos this off bar. Elder one advances. Going to do the Elder one effect. Then we're going to do episode effect. Then we're going to resolve any behaviours. And then reshuffle the Mythos deck. Okay, never mind, that's fine. Okay, so let us do that then. The Elder one advances. We activate. When he advances, choose an investigator to gain 1 fatigue token. That's fine. We will choose Sandra. So they both have 1 each. And we've already seen an inkling of why trying to keep that somewhat balanced between the guys. Move each amorphous sign one space towards you, which is, of course, in terms of you, is of course Sandra. So this will move out of here, and this will move down. Okay. Summon an amorphous sign. Well, they're both on the board, so no summoning. Now we move over to the episode effect. So when the Elder One advances, move each juror with the guilty side face up one space away from town square if possible. So let's have a look. So moving one space away, one space away, and one space away. Oof. Okay. Yeah, that is possible. And then we're going to do our unknown monsters. So when the Elder One advances, the furthest Gaiotin moves 3 spaces towards you. Any cultist in its space that it leaves follows, and then summon a Gaiotin at the farthest gate. So if I'm right the way down here, the farthest gate I think is going to be red. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't make a difference, yellow or red. We are, for the sake of Agatha being stuck at the train station, we're going to stick it way up here, out of the way. And then we are over to our Fisher from outside. When the Elder One advances, the nearest Fisher from outside moves 1 space. Summon 1 Fisher from outside, moves 1 space towards you. Okay, so that Elder Fisher now is going to be in the pub. That's an awkward conversation, isn't it? And then summon a Fisher from outside to the farthest gate, and again I will stick it way up in the red zone. There we go. So we've got the gathering of forces right up there out of the cemetery, of course. Where else would you expect summoning things of such ilk to appear? Okay, so that was the end of turn. And then I shuffled the Mythos deck, and we are done, ready for Agatha. So over to Agatha. How are we doing over here? So we've got her increased attacks and her bloodlust, so she's ready for that to come off now. And that will enable her to heal all of her stress, so that'd be tasty. So let's go ahead and take on this Scion. In the first instance, I thought it gave it the ability to split attacks, but I think it's just the brawling that has the ability to split attacks, not marksman. So that is a shame. Okay. Right. So we are rolling 3 black. We are rolling 2 green. And we are attacking. And I... Okay, let's have a look. So we have 3 successes against the amorphous Scion. Less 1 is 2 successes. Amorphous Scion has 3 health. I'm gonna have to do... I can't do any re-rolls. Ooh. Okay, so it's 3 points. Okay. Not bad, it's not bad, it's not bad. Okay, so we'll take the 3 points, and we're going to have to roll again. It's a bit of a blow, but there you go. Okay, another 3 successes, and it is most definitely dead. So, town square is clear. Amorphous sign, no more amorphosizing, perhaps. So, and then we're going to attack. We're going to heal. I think we're going to heal. Going to heal and get rid of 1 of those and 2 stress, just in case, because we might just need them. Okay. So, we are done. We're going to draw Mythos. And it is unknown behaviour for the Gaiotin. So the nearest Gaiotin moves 2 spaces towards you. Now, thankfully, it's absolutely flipping miles away. 1 and 2. Okay. So that's fine. And we need to draw again. Okay. Evil inertia. We've seen this one before. Each cultist and amorphous scion moves one space towards you. That's fine, we can do that. So the cultist's moving one space. Amorphous scion will move one space. Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to summon another amorphous scion in the red zone. Right away back up there. And a cultist in the blue zone, which is down here at the base of the pub. Okay, that's fine. Minimal there. So it does mean, of course, that Agatha is free. So therefore she gets to take a discovery card. Let's have a look what she's found. The embalmed bird. Okay. A gruesome talisman, oddly calming, yet quite sinister. You may claim the embalmed bird. You may choose not to activate your insanity, but if you do, you take the hex condition side of this card instead, and it is an item of evidence. Good, very good. We need to get out and convince these flipping jurors. That's what we need to be doing. Okay. Okay. Because she's got two. So she's got 2 pieces of evidence now, which is +2 on our dice rolls. That's increased 50%. And this one, Sandra also now has 2 pieces of evidence, and that's +2 on her dice rolls too. So I think we definitely time to go out and gather these flipping jurors. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Gained 1 on there. When you attack, you may target any number of figures in your space. Split wounds as you like. That's very tasty, but yeah, we need to boost ourselves here, folks. Okay, let's have a look at the board. So we're in the pub, where else would you be? Bragging about the latest relics that we've found. Okay, we have a baddie in there with us. I think, am I going to move? Am I going to stay there? Ugh. Oh. What do these things do? 3. I'm going to take a load of stress. I'm not bothered about taking stress. No, that's fine. So we're going to move out of the pub, and we're going to roll 3 and +1 for my brawling, +1 because I'm in an area with a gate. And I get a free reroll per roll. Okay. Because of my book of spells. Right. So I'm going to attack the fisher from outside. He's got 3 health. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3 points of damage, which is what it needs. So it takes 3 points of damage and is dead. So that's gone. Now then, it says, after attacking or being attacked, you for each elder sign, the active investigator takes 1 stress. That's fine. Let's do that. So we take 1 stress. Now I did also get 2 insanity on that roll, so that triggers my insanity. So when it triggers, I put a token on it, and if you have less items or companions than the number of tokens on this card, then you take a stress equal to the difference, otherwise heal all your stress. Nice. Okay, so we'll take that. So we're going to heal all our stress. So we did a move, we've done an attack. I'm going to convince this juror. That's the next thing I'm going to do. And it doesn't say you get a green when you're attacking, it just says you get an extra green if you're in a space with a gate. So I will take that. So we're going to try and convince this juror. So I'm rolling 4 dice and I've got 2. So I just need to get 2 successes. 2 successes, 3 successes. This juror is convinced for innocence. So that was it. That was my turn. Because I'm in... so now we're going to draw the Mythos card, first of all. Okay, it is a summonings. So, prosecution. Each cultist moves 1 space towards the town square. Oh, nice. And they're already in the town square. Then, summon 1 ghast at the nearest space with a juror. This one again. Okay, there is a juror there. Let's do that. Okay, minimal effect. Right. And I'm now free. So we're going to take a investigate. It's the ghost of the 4th husband. Honest John never spoke a lie in life or death. You may take 2 stress to claim the husband, otherwise claim the hex curse. So companion evidence, John, the 4th husband. When you convince a juror, if you succeed, you turn each juror token in your space to its innocent side. Nice. So you want to try and gather everyone and then do the convincing. That's effectively what he is giving the ability of. Okay. Not bad at all. Right. Nice. So, then investigate, resolving the turn, nothing to resolve. We are back to Agatha. Agatha. So she's lined up perfectly to do lots of shooting out here. Rootin', shooting, tootin'. The issue I've got with the shooting is you're shooting 1 enemy at a time. There's 4 enemies in that flipping room now. Flip it heck. However, that said, it is what it is, right, folks? We've got to get these guys out, maybe. And don't even need to, but she is pretty pinned. She ain't going anywhere else. Okay, I mean, she could do healing first. We could do stealth and run past them, maybe, on the next level. Okay, let's do healing for Agatha. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. So she's now fully healed. Got no T tokens or anything like that. And now we're going to go ahead and attack its area. So we're going to do 3 black dice and 2 green dice. That's fine. Okay. And so, Elder side, we can do the ghast first. Let's do the ghast. Ghasts worth 3. So if attacked but not destroyed, the attacker takes a wound. So that's the deal. So we do the ghast first. I'm going to shoot the ghast, and tentacles count as hits. Oh, sorry. Chucked them all away. Okay, what have we got? So 3, 4, 5 attacks. Nice. That ghast is definitely dead. And she has triggered her next level of insanity. Of course, ghasts are pretty ghastly, dare I say. Apologies. Okay, so we counted that. She's got 3 successes anyway, but she's got 3 tentacles, so she hit her marker, so she's got her extra green die in future. You may perform a free attack per turn against a target not in your space. Stealth, I reckon. May stealth 3 times, sneak 3 times when you run. Okay, so that's fine. I was curious about that. When it says you sneak 3 times, when you run, you may sneak once. 1 enemy doesn't follow you. And instead, when you run, you may sneak 3 times. So does that mean 3 enemies don't follow you? That would be my assumption. That would be my assumption as to how that works. Okay. So we we can actually run past those now. What do I do? I've healed, I shot. I'm going to shoot this amorphous Zion. That's what we're going to do next. Okay, and we get an extra green dice now. Okay, amorphous Zion over here, because that enables me to run out, which means Agatha could focus on getting this Jura over to the town square. Sandra, currently off the board here, Sandra can then focus on, she can teleport up to this gate at the top here, and then get that Jura down. Okay, so I think that's the plan, folks. That's the plan. Okay, so let's go to our dice pool. Oof. Wow, that's pretty poor. Okay, so what did I get? I got 1, 2. That was it. I got 2. I could take a stress to take an extra 1, which would be 3. I mean, that would do. That would suffice. Yeah, why not? We'll take a stress. We've got to take a stress to reroll anyway, and that's chances and stuff, right? So that's fine. We'll deal with that. So we've taken a stress. So we moved up 1 on stress. And that means that we have successfully killed this Scion. So he's gone. Okay, so that was it. That was my 3 actions for Agatha. So we're now drawing from the mythos. Oh, it's a summoning. Here we go. We're moving forward now, folks. Okay, amorphous Scion. The nearest amorphous Scion moves 2 spaces towards the investigator with the most fatigue tokens. Sandra has 1, so she's the one with the most fatigue tokens. So you're going to move 2 spaces. So there is an amorphous Scion up here. 1 and 2. Moving towards Sandra. And then summon an amorphous Scion in the yellow portal. Ouch, that's not good. It's not what I wanted at all. So it does mean now it's Agatha's opportunity to draw a card, and unfortunately, oh sorry, and I forgot to do this. Take heal 1 stress per token removed when that triggered. Okay. No, I think that was after that, wasn't it? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so she's going to get attacked. Unfortunately, first one. So basically, we've ended up now with the amorphous Scion in the same space as Agatha. So when attacked, yeah, it's just about 15 seconds. So it's rolling 2 green and 1 black. 2 green, so it's 2 successes. So it's 2 wounds, or I could use stress to force to re-roll. Do I want to do that? Gone. We'll force them. Nice. Much better. So I didn't even have it on the dice pool. Apologies, folks. So yeah, we ended up with nothing in there. So there was, these 2 were successes. I've paid 2 stress to re-roll them, and they are no longer hits. So Agatha got away scot-free from that amorphous Scion attack. And we are now at the end of turn. So we're now dealing with the end of turn. So these get souffled back in. Yeah, like I say, we had an incredibly long streak in that last bout, but not so much luck this time. Okay, so the Elder One advances, which means when the Elder One advances, choose an investigator to gain 1 fatigue token. Okay, as Agatha has none at the moment, she will gain a fatigue token. Bleep. And move each amorphous Scion 1 space towards you, being Agatha, it's her turn. Okay, and then summon 1, which we can't do. When the Elder One advances, the episode effect is... Move each juror with their guilty side face up 1 space away from the town square if possible. Where did that guy go? Oh no, guilty side, that's fine. Yep, so no impact there, that's fine. And then we're dealing with our unknown baddies. We know responses for the Gaia Jotun. The furthest Gaia Jotun moves 3 spaces towards you. Ouch. 1, 2, and 3 in the town square. There's a popular gathering place, is the town square. And then summon a Gaia Jotun at the farthest gate. There is one available to be summoned, so I'm summoned at the farthest gate. And then fisher from outside, the nearest fisher from outside moves to your space directly. Ouch. And then summon a fisher from outside, farthest gate. Like that. Over there. Okay, weird pterodactyl-like creatures. Okay, Mythos cards shuffled. We are over to Sandra. Okay, we absolutely need to get these flipping jurors converted and moved. Okay, Sandra, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Going to move this juror that bit further forward. She's going to use the gates. That's first action. Second action is going to use the gates to move to this area up here, because that's where this juror is. What are we going to do? I think we're going to have to try and attack them, aren't we? I didn't activate that. Let's activate that. Okay, so we're rolling 3 black dice. We get 1 green for brawling, and we get an extra green for our space. Now the Jotun takes 4, and the fish from outside takes 3. Unlikely to get 7, but you never know. You never know. Okay, so what did I do? I sent the juror pack in, and I moved. That's what I did. Okay. And I get an extra green because I'm in a green in a space for the gate. That was it. Thought I got an extra one somewhere. Okay. So we're attacking. And now when I attack, I may target any number of figures in my space. Split the wounds as I please. Okay. So we're going to try and take the Jotun first of all, I reckon. But then anything left over can go to the fisher outside. Come on. Okay. Let's have a look. What have I got? I've got plenty of stress. And I get a free reroll. You have 1 free reroll. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is enough to get rid of the Gaia Jotun. So let's get rid of the Gaia Jotun. Now then, the question is, what do I want to do with this dude that's left with me? Now I can take 3 stress. Well, I get a free reroll anyway. So let's do the free reroll. Nothing. Okay. So now I can take 3 stress and reroll those 3. Packed, moved, attacked. I'm going to have to do that, aren't I? I'll take 3 stress, reroll those 3. Hopefully. Hit. Ah, it's the same. That's the same. Damn it. Okay, so we're going 2 insanity. I can't do anything with that thing. So it is left in the space with me, unfortunately. That is the end of my turn. Fortunately, I have the Ritual Master. 1 enemy left there. I'm still considered in a safe space. That is handy. Okay. So, what am I doing now, folks? What am I doing now is I'm drawing Mythos. That's what I'm doing now. Oh, the monsters. It is a Gaia Jotun. So, I'm going to move that 2 spaces towards me. The only one on the board now is, of course, over here in the town square. So he will turn abruptly back round and start marching his way back towards me. After I killed its brother, presumably. Didn't like that. Didn't like them apples. And, oh, gain a fatigue token. Okay. I'm going to gain it on my health because I've not actually taken any damage yet. Let's do that. Bloop. Okay, then if any investigator has 4 or more fatigue tokens, advanced thugger. No, thank goodness. Woo! And it is not a summoning, so we got away with that round. And as far as I'm concerned in the game, I am, because of my ritual mask, woo, can't see me. I get to investigate. Discovery is a ritual knife. Nice. Best not think of the many uses this has been put to. You may take 1 wound to claim the ritual knife. If you do not, you claim the hex token. Because of my pot of gold, I don't have to do that. So I can just take the item, and the item's evidence ritual knife. When attacking, you may count any number of tentacles as successes. They also count as tentacles. Nice. That is flipping fantastic. Okay. Obviously saw my plea in that last abysmal dice roll of just rolling tentacles. That, what you need, lad, is a ritual knife. That's what you need. Now I have one. Okay, very Christmassy. It's not a machine gun, folks. It's a ritual knife. Okay, we are back to Agatha. Agatha is rootin' and tootin' and shootin', and she's surrounded. She ain't happy with that. Okay. Is there anything she can do to improve that? Not really. Oh, popsicles. Although she can stealth her way out, actually. She can stealth her way out. Therefore, what we can do is we can... This works. So we're going to stealth out of there and leave 2 behind, and as part of that same run we're going to run into here and leave 2 behind, leave 1 behind, sorry. So that's a 3 that she's left behind. 2 follow her. She can then move this innocent juror and run again to this juror. Nice, that works. And leave those 2 at the bridge. Cool. Okay, me likey a lot, because we need to deal with those blinking jurors. What have we got? 2 pieces of evidence. Okay, so she used all of her actions this round. We are now drawing mythos. We have, oh, it's a non-summoning. If the Thugger is on the board, you take 2 stress. No, if the Thugger is on the track, each investigator takes a fatigue token. Oof! That's not nice. That's just plain flipping rude. Okay. In fact, you know what? I'm going to take... so, Sandra is going to take a fatigue on her wounds, and Agatha will also take fatigue on her wounds. Okay. So that's it for fatigue. Okay, so that is those done. That was Mythos. So she now gets to draw Discovery. Oof, did he gone through the whole of the Discovery deck now, folks? Okay, she gains the ghost of the first husband. William the Merchantman, a smiling face and friendly word. Everyone liked him, even a witch. You may claim, take 2 stress to claim the husband. Oh no! Oh, I haven't got 2 stress. Oh, otherwise I claim the hex condition. I don't claim the hex condition. You have 1 free gather jurors action each turn. Oh, that would have been useful. Never mind. So he's gone. Thankfully I don't gain the hex condition, so that's null and void. Right. That was a sadness. Much sadness. Okay, Sandra. She is with a juror. She's going to convince the juror first of all. So we're going to roll standard dice with an extra green. An extra green because we've got a gate. And tentacles count as successes as well as elder signs. Come on now. Let's have a look at what we rolled. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got lots of extra evidence, so that's fine. I do unfortunately count those, but well, I say unfortunately, maybe not. Let's have a look at the effects, shall we? So I gained 2 more on the insanity, which means I get 1 more on. Oh, that apologies, got attacked by a cultist. So 2 more on my insanity. If you have less items and companions, then you have the number. So I have 6 items and companions, 3 on there. Otherwise, heal all of your stress. Very tasty. I'll take that. Thank you very much. And now, because I am level 3, my relics flip over. So let's have a look at the effects of those relics. And then I'll come back and convince my juror that they are now innocent. So my relic, now I have the silver key. When you gain a green die if you are within 2 spaces of a gate. Very nice. And when you run, you may move between spaces of the gates. Adjacent enemies will follow. Okay. So the gate maneuverability remains the same, but I now have extra space for that. Okay. Ineffable mask. If there are 2 or fewer enemies in your space, you're considered to be the safe space for all purposes, so the enemies don't attack you. So I have that very tasty relic. Okay. Very good. Liking that. So that's what I'm focused. When you get to that 3rd level of insanity, those things become more powerful. Okay, so let's get out of the way. Birdie, fish. So that juror is now innocent. So we now need to move them along. So we can move them 1, 2, 3. Okay, gonna have to do that, aren't we? 1, 2, 3. And then what am I going to do? I could attack. I could just run. Do I want to run? Not sure I want to run. I can run. I can come down to here. But it probably leaves me with more monsters adjacent. What I've done at the moment, I've just done innocent and made them run. Now I need to move. Let's do it. We need to do it, don't we? I'm going to move down to here. Okay, so we're back in the pub. Where else would we be? Let's stop for a drink. Okay. So we've done that. And because of my ineffable mask now, I am now considered safe in that space. But let us see what the mythos has to say about that, shall we? It is the unknown behaviour monster of move the nearest 2 spaces towards you, but the nearest is already in my space, so that has no effect at all, so that's fine. Oh, and it's the same one. It's going to move 1 space towards me. Again, no effect. Whew. Ghast. Okay, move the nearest ghast 2 spaces towards you. There's only 1 ghast on the entire board, and he's right up here. So 1, 2. Oh, that's very unfortunate for that flipping innocent jury member. Crapping himself right now. Then move 1 juror in its space, 1 space away from the town square. Doesn't say whether it has to be innocent or guilty, so it moves 1 space away. And then we're going to summon another ghast in the red zone. Okay, red portal, 1 ghast coming up. Woo! But it does mean I am still considered safe. I get to investigate and find a discovery. It is a vial of poison. A vial of sweet release for you or for them. You may take 1 wound to claim the vial of poison, which is an evidence item, so it doesn't cost me anything. The vial of poison, when attacking, you may discard this card before rolling to gain an additional 2 green. I imagine that's going to come very handy very soon. Okay, so that is it for Sandra. We are back to Agatha. We have no end of turn effects, so we're all good. We have our first of 3 summonings. Agatha definitely wants to be hitting some stress. She's not in a room with a bad guy, so she can rest. Is it worth resting? I think so. Let's get rid of one of these pesky tokens. 1, 2, stress healed. Oh, cover that. Oh, weird. Okay, so apologies, I got distracted. There's a token on the floor. I don't know what it's from, and it's even more bizarrely, it's in a bag. How weird. No idea what that's from. Stick that on Facebook later and bamboozle the community. Okay. So, we've rested. We're now going to convince this juror. We have 2 pieces of evidence. We are rolling tentacles counter successes, and we get an extra green. Nothing else. So we're rolling 3 black and 1 green. And tentacles counter successes. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 4. Okay. 5. So that juror is definitely convinced of our person's innocence. So they are all now convinced of the innocence. So that's fantastic. Okay. I do, however, go up 2 on the insanity track. But that's fine. And we get to get 1 more action. So I think I'm going to move this juror to here. Okay, that's fine. So that's it. 3 actions. Right. Mythos card. Sorry, brain block. Oh, I need a drink. If there is any juror tokens at the town square, place 1 of them in the pub. Yeah, flipping what? The whack! Get out of here! Okay, but it is another solace where the elder one does not. The risk of the elder one advancing does not come into play again. We are back to... No, we're not yet. So, Mythos was fine. Agatha is in a safe space. She now gets to draw a discovery card. We're down to the last 3 discovery cards, folks. The ghost of the second husband. Adam the Smith, a huge man of fearsome strength, brought low through sorcery. You may take 2 stress to claim the husband. I have 2 stress. Okay, so Adam can in evidence. Jurors cannot leave your space unless you allow it. Nice, because he's a big hulking man and stops that crap happening. Okay, so we'll put that in there. Cost me 2 stress. So put those up, sorry, there we go. So again, 2 stress, and added Adam, the second husband, who's my companion in evidence. Very good, very good. And. Right, we've convinced the jurors we need to get them all in the town square, and then we've disrupted the ritual, and then we can start attacking Sathogwa. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I need to increase another for Sandra. 1, 2. 1, 2, and then I've got an extra for that. Okay. Alright. Apologies, I've really struggled with a cold, so I apologise, folks. My snuffles on the video, just in recovery mode. It's definitely been a lingerer, this one. Okay. So we are back to Sandra. Sandra is over here in the pub with a pterodactyl, a fisher from outside, and a cultist, and of course one of our jury members that we want to get across to the town square. So no, she has got Doug, of course. Doug. 1, 2, 3. She can move that juror, so that's tasty. So let's go ahead and do that as our first action. 1. Okay, so we're going to 1 and 2 and then 3 over to the town square. So we've got 2. That was the definite whack. Get out the flipping pub. Back into the town square. You've got a job to do. Okay. Oh, do I want to move and have everyone follow me? Probably not. Not really. What options do I have alternatively? I mean, I am considering a safe space. It's worth me resting. I can get rid of one of these flipping fatigue tokens, and then I can brawl attack and see what I can take out. That's going to be my best bet, isn't it? But I do get within 2 spaces of a gate. Okay, nice. My silver key. Yeah, I don't think there's much more I can do. Gonna keep hold of that ritual knife as well. Okay, so we're gonna rest and get a fatigue token and heal a wound, and we're going to attack what's in my zone with me, which is the pub. So we've got a fisher from outside and a cultist. So we're rolling 3 black and a green for my brawling, plus a green for my insanity. Yep, and any number of elder signs count as successes, tentacles count as successes, and I heal 1 stress for each elder sign I get. Okay. That's fine. 4 of, and I can split them as I please. Now I do get a re-roll. 4 of, what do I need? I need 3 to get rid of this dude. So what, let's use the 2 elder signs to get rid of the cultist, but he's gone. And then the 2 successes, I'll pay 1 stress to re-roll this one. What? Well, in fact, I'll get a free re-roll. Nice, that will do. So that's 4 hit points, and he's only got 3, so the fish from outside is also gone, and I gain an insanity. That's fine, I'll take that. Okay, so that's my second action. So I'm now in the pub on my own. What am I going to do? I want to come over there. Really, I want to get up there. I need to shimmy across that other flipping dude. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, that's maybe 1, 2, 3. I've gassed in my space, but that's fine. Okay. So I manoeuvred through that portal. There was nothing to follow me, and of course now I'm back up with a ghast in my area. But as far as he's concerned, I'm a baddie because I've got my ineffable mask. So we are drawing Mythos. Have a look. To summonings. Alice Kaitala. The investigator with the most evidence, item or companion, must take the hex condition side of one of them. Ooh. If tied, choose one. Do I take the hexed condition? Is the question. What's John doing? Hex. Whenever you gather jurors or convince a juror before resolving, take a stress. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. So what I'm doing, folks, is because only Sandra can take the hex condition because Agatha has teeth. Funny enough. I've taken John, the 3rd husband, I think it was, and I flipped him on Sandra's side. So Sandra now has over here the hex condition, so she's lost John. But that's fine. Is what it is. Okay. And the hex condition then says whenever you take gather jurors or convince a juror before resolving the action, you take a stress. We can manage that. Okay, so that's fine. That's minimal. That's what Alice kind of does. And we are now considered to be in a safe space because we've only got one enemy with us, which means we get to take a discovery card. So let's have a look at the discovery card. A flask. Clouding both your judgment and your problems. You may claim the flask. You may take the empty flask of this card to heal all of your stress. And then when it's empty, you can go to the pub and refill it. Nice. Very good. Very tasty. Okay. So we have gained the flask. Okay. So that is it for Sandra. No end of turn effects. We are back to, we're likely to get it now though. We've got the 3 summons. This is the last time before we see the Great Old One encroach upon the world. So we need to be disrupting this ritual. We are halfway there. We're over halfway there. We've got 2 of the convinced jurors, the innocents, and we've got 2 are convinced of the innocents, but we need to get them into town square. Then we've disrupted the ritual. So we are over to Agatha. Agatha is out here. So she could do a move 1, 2. And tell them to go. Okay, so Agatha's going to do 1 and 2. Stop there. She's going to jibby this juror along. For her second action and third action, she's going to move down to the starting space and leave those 2 behind by sneaking past them. And that's it. That's her 3 actions. Jobs are good. Okay, so we only have 1 juror to get. It's going to be down to Sandra. Oh, we're going to draw Mythos card, and it is, oh, it's not a summoning. Oh, Cult of Inkar. For each investigator with at least 1 fatigue token, summon a cultist in their space. Oh, that's rough. How rude can you get? Dear me. Okay, so we have, but it's not a summoning, so that's fine. Okay, so Agatha then doesn't have any ability to deal with boogers in her space. So she will be attacked, of course. Okay, so cultists are rolling 2 green. So we'll go to the dice pool. We have 2 green, 1 success. Okay, that's fine. So Agatha takes a point of damage. That's fine. She doesn't get to investigate and pick up that final discovery card, however, unfortunately. And that's it, I believe. Yep. Okay. That is the end of Agatha's turn. We are back to Sandra. There's no end of turn effects. Sandra is going to move. Oh, there we go. So she's moved down to here, to the forest, where we've got our last juror. She's going to maneuver our juror, which means she'll have to take a stress to do so. But she can move him 3, which will be 1, 2, and 3, which disrupts the ritual. Nice. Okay, so let's have a look. So disrupting the ritual, I believe, is immediate effect. So we now have stage 2 of Tsutogwa revealed. So when revealed, summon Tsutogwa into your space. Summon 1 amorphous scion at the nearest gate. Let's have a look. So Tsutogwa has now appeared in the forest. Okay. That cultist got a surprise. And we're going to remove all joy tokens from the board, so they're all gone. No further impact on those. And now at the end of each turn, we're going to be gaining fatigue tokens unless we discard an item or companion. Okay, we can manage that. Okay, so so what do? We moved, we did that, so now we can attack. Okay, so that is what we are doing now, folks. We are attacking. We are within 2 spaces of a gate. That's helpful. 1, 2. So 1, 2. So we'd also be here. 1, 2. We'd also be there as well. Nice. So anywhere around this area, we're within 2 spaces of a gate. Very tasty. Okay, so what are we doing? We're going to attack. We're brawling. We want to pump this up, but for now, insanities count as attacks, elder signs count as attacks, successes count as successes. Let us roll. So we're doing 1 and 1 extra for that, 1 extra for that. I think it's time to use the vial of poison for an extra 2 green dice, so we can discard that. An extra 2 green. I think it's worth drinking our flask, converting that to an empty flask. To heal all our stress. And I get a free reroll from the Book of Spells. Okay, so come on then, Sothogra. Let's take you down. Ooh, what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Let's have a look. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I mean, it's half his life. I mean, that's pretty good going, folks. That's pretty good going. That is pretty good going. Now I do get a free reroll, so I'm guessing this is probably the best one to reroll. Oh, it's hard, folks. It's hard. Really, I want to be pushing up that insanity. I didn't get any tentacles. I want a free roll. Free roll. Ah. I'll take the 2 stress. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. So what have we got? 6, 7. Yes? 7. And I heal 1 stress for each of those. Okay, that's fine. So 7 points on Sothogra. So he is not dead, but he's a long ways to it. Okay, that's me done. Now at the end of my turn, and it's interesting. Sorry, folks, I'm pausing because I'm reading the Ineffable Master. Says if there are 2 or fewer enemies in your space, and I'm just wondering, is the Elder One considered an enemy? And I know they do clarify this in the rulebook. The rationale I'm thinking is the Ineffable Mask means that I'm considered in a safe space. For all purposes, the enemies don't attack you. And I'm thinking Sothogra counts as an enemy. Okay, folks, so here it is. So I did clarify, and it was as I suspected, and it makes a fundamental difference to what I will now do. Okay, so it does confirm in the rules enemies. The term enemies refers to cultists, monsters, and the Elder One once it's summoned to the board. Any enemy that's not a cultist or an Elder One is a monster. So what I will therefore then do, and can I just say actually it was ridiculous. I mean, I stopped the video, but it was ridiculously quick and easy to find at the back of the rulebook. There is a bit of an index. I looked up enemies, page 7. There it was. Ridiculously simple. Thank you, CMON. You made my life easy. Love it. Okay, so I will therefore then do 5 points of damage on Sothogra. and use 2 points to take out this cultist, because that means I am safe as far as the game is concerned, even though I'm stood in a room with the flipping great old one. Figure that, folks. The wonders of the MF. Okay, so we are now drawing a Mythos card, and it is another summoning. So the token, where's my token? There it is, buried under a ball of fire. Okay, so we were here. So the Elder One will advance on this at the end of this turn. Okay, so the farthest cultist moves 2 spaces towards you. Farthest cultist, 1 and 2. Okay, big gathering. If you have a fatigue token, it moves to your space instead. I do have a fatigue token. Oh, it moves to my space instead. You bugger. Okay, there you go. This is what happens, folks, when you try to play the game plays back. Love it. Okay, so now I will get attacked. Fantastic. Oh, I gotta love that. Okay, so let's do the cultist attack first of all. So we're running 2 green for the cultist. So we have no impact from the cultist. We are now rolling for the ghast. Ghast rolls 2 green as well. So let's roll for those. He has 2 hits. I can take a stress to re-roll that. Do I want to? I'm not that bothered. Do I just... do you know what? Doug, the dog, can take one of those, because I'm not going to be chasing jurors around anymore. And Richard, the third husband, can take the other one on as well, because I'm also... Why do you say I get 2 free re-rolls? Oh, when you're convincing a juror. Yeah, of course. Okay, that's done. Okay, that's fine. They can take the 2 points of damage, so that's the ghast. Here goes, have them. Right, so we are now on Stogwa. So he's running 2 green and a black. Going to be attacking me. Could hurt, folks. Could hurt. Oh, 2 hits and an insanity. I'll quite gladly take the insanity and a hit, which is a wound. And I think I'm going to use a stress. What do I use a stress? I'm going to use a stress to force the other one for a reroll, I think. So that's the green success. Yes, so let's do that one. And it's nothing. Good. So that was worth a stress for sure, folks, for sure. Okay, so yeah, happy with that. So we took 2 points of damage. It's not bad, not bad. Okay, and he's nearly halfway through stage 1 death. Okay, so I am not considered safe. They attacked. We are now resolving end of turn. We're going to shuffle up all the cards, and the Elder One token advances. So with the Elder One token advances, we're going to do the Elder One effect. So when Stogga advances, choose an Investigator to gain a fatigue token, which will be Agatha. So that's 2 fatigue tokens each at this stage of the game. I think that's quite good. Okay. Elder effect, episode effect. Move jurors, nothing. Okay, so that's fine. And unknown monsters. Okay, so when it advances, the farthest Gyatn moves 3 spaces towards you. The only one on the board. That's fine. Then the other one can summon here, I'm going to guess. And then the nearest fisher from outside. Well, there's only one fisher from outside on the board, so he would appear in there, and that one would appear here. Okay. What the flipping X, my other dude there? Okay, folks. Okay, gonna do some shooting around the corner, I reckon. Go for it. So, need to push up her insanity. That was it for end of turn effects. Oh, and then finally at the end of the turn, at the end of each turn, choose an investigator to gain a fatigue token unless they discard one item or companion. Let's chuck the second husband from Agatha. That's fine. In fact, I'm going to keep the second husband as a body shield, and instead I'm going to chuck this stupid embalmed bird. Will do. Okay. But I'm going to keep my teeth, because they're useful for eating sweet corn. So we are back to Agatha. So Agatha is currently out here in the start zone. Now she can shoot 2 away, and she can sneak. What I'm thinking is, if she can shoot 2 away, if I count backwards from Sothogwa, 1 and 2, it means she could be here and shoot him. And I appreciate, guys, it's around the corner. I'm not deliberating the physics on this stuff, right? But it doesn't say shoot 2 spaces away in a straight line. Okay? So, yeah, we kept Peter Sheriff. We've only got 2. Okay, so she's going to move and leave that cultist behind, but stay in the zone with only 2 cultists because they're the easier to deal with. She's now going to take some pot shots at our big baddie. So we want 3 black. We need 2 green for her marksman, and then she gets an extra green. That's it. Okay. And she can't heal because she's in zone with the bad guys. Can't recover any stress. So we have. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Don't get any re-rolls. Oh, tentacles count. 4, 5. Nice. Better. 5. I come back to Sothogwa. Okay, suffered 5 at the moment. We need 12. Oh. No, that's fine. That's fine. Let's do that. Okay. So we're going to stick another 5 on. Which is 10. So you've got 2 hit points left. So let's go ahead and roll again for second and final. Second attack, final action. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage. Oh, I didn't count. That was 2 sanity from last time. Apologies, folks. So she used up all her stress. But now she gains 1 of those. And another sanity. This now flips over as well. So let's have a look. So she now gets a spectral wing. When making any roll, you may count any number of tentacles as 2 successes. They still count as tentacles. Nice. Like it. Those relics are freaking awesome. Okay. So Sothogwa has been defeated, or at least stage 1. So let's have a look at the effects. Stage 1 is out. Stage 2, when revealed, move Sothogwa to the yellow gate. Each investigator gains 1 fatigue token unless they can take 2 stress. So Sothogwa moves to the yellow gate with the train station. And we each take a fatigue token. Ouch. It's not good, folks. Not good at all. Okay. So we each take a fatigue token. Okay. So that was it. That was the end of Agatha's turn. So now she's going to draw a Mythos card. Summoning Ghastly Presence. Move the unnameable and each ghast one space towards you. Where is she? She's here. So this ghast moves one space, one space. That's it. And the unnameable isn't currently on the board, but doesn't get summoned. A ghast gets summoned instead in the blue gate, which is down here. Okay. That's fine. So she is definitely not in a safe area, so she will get attacked. Let us see what they do. So we've got 2 cultists running 2 green. We've got a 2 green. Don't have any stress force rerolls, but I have a couple of body shields if I need to. Oof. So I take a hit point. Do you know what? I can have Sean the bartender. That'll do. I'm not fussed about grabbing that shillelagh. Thanks. And the other cultist, 1 point of damage. You can have Adam, the second husband. And then we're on the ghast. And the ghast is rolling 2 green as well. Oh, 2 successes. Flipping heck. Go on, I'll take the 2 points. That is not looking good for Agatha. So she's 1 point of death. Peg it away from that lot. Right, okay. In fact, she doesn't even need to. She could shoot Cthulhu from there. Nice. But it's no longer her turn. It is now Sandra's turn. So Sandra over here, brawling. She's going to run. What's she going to run? She's going to run 3. She hasn't got sprint or anything like that. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, gets close, but no cookie. She's going to take everything with her. Oh, flipping heck, folks. Flipping heck. Okay, teamwork makes the dream work. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So, she will run 1, 2, 3. All of these will follow her. So let's give it a full tabletop view. Okay, so everything has just followed her, running to here. That train station never knew what hit it. Okay, so I mean, there is nothing else I can do, right? Three, 1, 2, 3, yeah, okay. Okay, that's fine. And then she'll run into here, which is where Stogra is. Everything is now in here with the yellow gate. That's her 2 moves. Third action, she's going to attack. Okay. I think she might die, folks. I'm just thinking. Just feeling. Okay, 1 green, 2 greens for brawling. She's definitely within the gate space, so she gets an extra green for that. Okay, so flipping heck. Elder signs count as successes. Tentacles count as successes. We're rolling, folks. We're rolling. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what we got. What a absolute crock! Wow. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so 5 points on Cthulhu. Let's just chuck them up there. I have got 2 stress, but before I do that, let's have a look. Book of Spells. If you have Arcane Master, you get a free reroll per roll instead. So let's reroll this one. Nice. So that's another 2 points of damage. That's good. So he's up to 7 health taken. Is there anything else I can do? And I'm going to take 2 stress to reroll the 2 green. Oh, beautiful. Another 4 points of damage. Oh, 4 points. 9, 10, 11. Oh, can you believe it? 1 point off. Okay. Oh, right, okay. So, what I've done, folks, I've just bummed them up here. So we've got 3, 3, 3 is 9, 11 points on stage 2 of Sathogwa. Oh, 1 more point. 1 more point. What is that? Okay. And there's no way. Okay, and then I get to heal 1 stress for each elder sign that I count as a success. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can regain all of that stress. Nice. Okay, and then I'm going to get eaten alive. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to turn a Mythos card first, and it is not a summoning. Whispering Lies. Each juror has no impact because they're all gone. Okay, fantastic. I don't think somehow that she is in a safe space. Therefore, she is now going to be attacked. So let's have a look. So we got a cultist. Let's do the cultist first of all. No impact. So we got second cultist. Oh, 1 point of damage. I haven't got any ability to get rid of that. Okay. Third cultist. A point of damage. No ability to get rid of that. And fourth cultist. No effect. Okay, let's do the ghasts next. We've got 2 ghasts. 1 and she is dead. There you go, that's it. Job done. Okay, so she ran in and sacrificed herself for the greater good. Okay, so we are up to Agatha. End of turn effects, no summonings. Oh wait, but there is an end of turn effect. At the end of each turn, choose an investigator to gain 1 fatigue token unless they discard an item or companion. I could discard my teeth, I guess, for Agatha. So she's lost her teeth. No more sweet corn for her. Okay, right, Agatha, get your pea shooter out, love. Right. So she's rolling 3 black, 2 green, 1 extra green. And that's your lot. Okay, tentacles count as 2 successes. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, she's only got 1 flipping hit point left. But let's do it. So, yep, definitely Sathogwa is gone. Okay. Let's have a look. What have we got next? So I'm piling them up here, folks. So we're now at final stage at the end of each turn. Sorry, when revealed, move Sathogwa to the starting space. Then each investigator gains 2 fatigue tokens. Any one investigator may sacrifice themselves, take wounds until dead, to stop this effect. Unfortunately, we've already had a sacrifice, so that's not going to happen. So 2 fatigue tokens. Okay, here we go. In fact, I can take them from poor old dead Sandra. So do that, and I'm feeling I'm going to be encroached upon. Bear with. Okay. So just to clarify, folks, it is Christmas Day. That was one of my daughters. They're like, hey, it's 7:30 in the morning. I can't believe they're like, no one got up to like 11 o'clock last year. Ridiculous. Anyway, so apologies for that. Okay, I've said to them, I'm gonna wrap up. I'm on my last turn now. We are now absolutely peppering, and we've got 2 rolls to make. So, let us do what we can do. Oh, I got. Did I get sanity? I must have triggered sanity. Surely, I must have triggered sanity. I get a free attack. Come on. I must have triggered the sanity. I'm sure if I rewound that video, I must have triggered that insanity. Bloodlust. There aren't enough tokens on there, and I can't take any stress. So, I mean, I've got 1 hit point left. This is last stabs now, folks. Last stabs, we're in. Okay, so 3 black, 2 green plus another 2 green. That's our lot, folks. Okay, and I get to perform an extra 3 attack. Okay, this is it, folks. This is it. Okay, this is the takedown of Cthulhu. We are shooting. Oh, I can't do any re-rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no. No! No! Okay, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Halfway. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. Second roll. Gets worse, folks. Gets worse. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. Flipping heck. 6. Oh no, mind you, yeah, I got 1 point left. 1 point. Free attack. Free attack because I went up on my brawling. Boom! And Stogwa is dead. Love it. Love it. Oh, I so love this game. But that's it, folks. That is Cthulhu Death May Die. That is episode 1 of season 3. You got to see the new relics cards. You got to see the new unknown monsters, and how they all work and interact. You got to see the new old one, Stogwa. My kids are begging me now to obviously get in there, get some breakfast, because they know there's no prezzies till after breakfast. So it is breakfast. It's Christmas Day here. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back again soon with more coverage of this fantastic game. I love this game. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Merry Christmas, and thanks for watching.